Urgent Cleveland Browns fans. Do not miss this. What just happened? You won't believe this one. But before we reveal the big news, make sure to subscribe to the channel, because here, we bring you daily videos with the latest Cleveland Browns updates. And to not miss anything, activate the notifications. Hey, Browns fans, I hope you're sitting down because what I'm about to tell you is nothing short of a game changer. We're looking at a potential shakeup that could redefine the trajectory of the Cleveland Browns in the NFL this season. Now, I know what you're thinking, what's happening? Is it a new signing? A coaching change? Well, hold tight because the buzz is all about a blockbuster move that's been making waves across the league. Yes, I'm talking about the rumors and reports swirling around the possibility of Cleveland making a major trade involving their quarterback, Deshaun Watson. And let me tell you, this isn't just any rumor, it's a story that could reshape not only the Browns but also the entire landscape of the NFL. Deshaun Watson, for those of you who might have missed it or are just tuning in, is a quarterback who arrived in Cleveland with high expectations. When the Browns signed him, it was seen as a bold step towards contending for championships. Watson, with his exceptional arm talent, mobility, and football IQ, was viewed as the missing piece to turn the Browns into serious contenders. His journey from Houston to Cleveland was filled with hope, but also some turbulent moments, especially considering the legal issues and off-the-field drama that surrounded him for a while. Nonetheless, on the field, there's no denying Watson's talent. He's a top-tier quarterback, someone who can make game-changing plays, extend drives with his mobility, and deliver precise throws under pressure. Last season, even amidst all the distractions, Watson showed flashes of brilliance, and Browns fans were eager to see him take the next step this year. He's still relatively young, in his late 20s, and has a prime window ahead of him. But now, here's the twist, reports are indicating that Cleveland is considering trading Deshaun Watson. That's right. The Browns, known for their patience and strategic planning, might be ready to make a bold move and send Watson elsewhere. And the reasons behind this potential trade are complex but rooted in strategic calculations. Cleveland's front office has been meticulous in building a competitive roster, focusing on both offense and defense, and they're always looking for ways to optimize their chances. If the trade materializes, it could be driven by various factors, perhaps financial considerations, salary cap issues, or a belief that they can find a better fit for their system. Or maybe, and this is pure speculation at this point, Cleveland sees an opportunity to acquire multiple assets in return, such as draft picks or young players, to accelerate their rebuilding process or to address other positional needs. Now, you might be asking, who would replace Watson if he leaves? Well, that's where it gets even more interesting. The Browns will need to look internally and externally for a new quarterback option. While Cleveland currently has players like P.J. Walker and Dorian Thompson-Robinson on the roster, neither of them has the experience or proven consistency to be the long-term starter. So, the team is likely exploring veteran options or even looking to draft someone in the upcoming NFL draft. The quarterback market this year is intriguing, with some promising prospects, but none quite at Watson's level. That's why this potential trade is such a bombshell, because it throws the entire quarterback hierarchy into a frenzy. And let's not forget the ripple effects this could have across the league. When you have a player as influential as Watson, his movement can shift the balance of power. If Cleveland trades him, it could open the door for other teams to make bold moves, either to acquire a top quarterback or to strengthen other positions. It also impacts the Texans, of course, who would then need to pivot after losing their franchise guy. Houston is in a rebuilding phase, and the future of their quarterback position is uncertain. Names like Dillon Gabriel, Shedeur Sanders, or maybe even a surprise rookie could step in, but filling Watson's shoes won't be easy. The pressure on those players will be immense because Watson's style of play has set a high standard. Now, let's take a step back and look at the bigger picture. What does this mean for the Browns moving forward? Well, first, it's about strategy and timing. Cleveland has shown that they're not afraid to make big moves if it means improving their chances. Remember, this franchise has a history of bold decisions, from trading up in the draft to pick Baker Mayfield to signing free agents with big contracts. So, if they pull the trigger on trading Watson, it's a calculated risk. They'll be betting on their ability to find a new quarterback who can lead them deep into the playoffs. The goal, ultimately, is to get back to the Super Bowl, and every move they make has that in mind. Of course, Browns fans are divided. Some see Watson as the key to their future success and are hoping that this is just a rumor or a negotiating tactic. Others are curious about what the team could get in return and whether a rebuild or retooling is on the horizon. The fanbase's passion is as fierce as ever, and social media is buzzing with opinions. Some say that trading Watson might be a mistake because of his talent and potential, especially if he can stay healthy and motivated. Others argue that Cleveland needs to be patient and focus on building a more cohesive team around their current core. Let's also touch on the recent performance of the Browns. Last season, Cleveland finished with a solid record and showed resilience, especially on defense. Their defense was among the league's best in many statistical categories, thanks to stars like Myles Garrett, Denzel Ward, and a talented linebacker core. Offensively, however, they struggled at times to find consistency, which is where Watson's presence was supposed to make the difference. The Browns' offensive line, led by Jack Conklin and Joel Bitonio, has been a strength, and their skill position players like Nick Chubb and Amari Cooper are among the best in the league. But for Cleveland to truly take the next step, they need their quarterback to be more than just a game manager, they need a playmaker. Now, considering the current NFL landscape, the Browns are in a unique position. They're viewed as a team with a strong roster, a passionate fanbase, and a front office that's willing to take risks. If they do trade Watson, it'll be a bold statement about their confidence in their future plans. Conversely, if they decide to keep him, it will reinforce their commitment to building around Watson's talent. Either way, this situation is a testament to how unpredictable and exciting the NFL offseason can be. Every team is looking to improve, and Cleveland is right in the middle of that storm, trying to find the best path forward. And what about the players? Well, Deshaun Watson's future is now a hot topic. Will he remain in Cleveland, or will he be traded to another franchise? If he leaves, how will he adjust to a new system, new teammates, and new city? And for Cleveland, the big question is, who will step up as their new quarterback? These questions keep fans on the edge of their seats, waiting for official confirmation and more details. The NFL offseason is a whirlwind of rumors, negotiations, and strategic moves, and Cleveland's potential decision is one of the most talked about stories right now. We also have to consider the historical context. The Browns have always been a franchise with a passionate fanbase that's endured many ups and downs. From their legendary teams of the 1980s to the recent resurgence under different coaching regimes, the team's history is filled with hope, heartbreak, and perseverance. This potential trade, if it happens, could be another chapter in that story, a chapter where boldness and strategic thinking define the next era of Browns football. Fans are eager to see how it unfolds, and the entire league is watching closely. So, in summary, what's next for Cleveland? Well, we're all waiting for official confirmation. Will they pull the trigger on trading Deshaun Watson? If they do, what will they get in return? How will that impact their chances in the upcoming season? And, of course, what does it mean for Watson's future? Is he heading to a new team, or will he remain a Brown? These questions are at the forefront of every Browns fan's mind right now, and they'll be the main topic of discussion for the foreseeable future. The NFL never ceases to surprise us, and Cleveland's next move could be one of the most pivotal of the offseason. Pause here, just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Cleveland Browns news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick, and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now, let's continue with the big reveal. Now, if we look deeper into the team's recent history, you'll see that the Browns have been building something special. Despite the ups and downs, there's a foundation of talent and a passionate fanbase that's hungry for success. The last few seasons have shown glimpses of promise, especially on the defensive side, but offensively, they've been searching for consistency. The arrival of Watson was supposed to be the catalyst that brought stability and explosive plays. His ability to extend plays and create opportunities out of thin air was seen as the missing link to a potent Browns offense. But if he's traded, it raises questions about what Cleveland's next step will be. Will they lean more on their defense? Will they look to develop a young quarterback and build through the draft? Or will they make a splash in free agency to bring in an experienced veteran? The NFL draft is just around the corner, and it's likely that Cleveland will be paying close attention to the quarterback prospects available. Whether it's a top-tier rookie or a veteran who might be available for a short-term fix, the Browns have options. But nothing compares to the impact of a proven player like Watson, which is why this potential trade is such a bombshell. Browns fans have been dreaming of a Super Bowl appearance for decades, and every move by the team seems aimed at making that dream a reality. If they trade Watson, it could be a strategic move to reset or retool for a future that might look different but still ambitious. And let's not forget the other side of this story, the Houston Texans. They're also in a rebuilding phase, and losing Watson leaves a huge hole in their plans. The Texans have been trying to establish their identity post-Watt and post-Watson, and the future at quarterback is uncertain. Some reports suggest that Houston might be looking to develop a young talent, possibly from the draft, while also exploring veteran options. The Texans fans are bracing themselves for a new chapter, hoping that whoever steps in can at least be a competent leader on the field. The trade rumors have caused much speculation about what Houston might receive in return, perhaps multiple draft picks or a promising young player, something that could accelerate their rebuild. In the grand scheme of things, this potential quarterback shuffle highlights just how fluid and unpredictable the NFL offseason can be. It's a league driven by strategic moves, cap management, and the constant search for that elusive piece that can elevate a team to championship status. For Browns fans, the hope is that whatever happens, it will be done with the long-term vision of bringing a Super Bowl to Cleveland. The team has often faced skepticism, but in recent years, they've shown resilience and a willingness to make bold decisions. This upcoming move, whether it involves trading Watson or not, will be a defining moment for the franchise. Looking ahead, Browns fans are eager to see how the roster will shape up in the coming weeks. Will they add more weapons for their next quarterback? Will they bolster their offensive line or secondary? The offseason is a time of hope and anticipation, and Cleveland's front office has a lot of decisions to make. The coaching staff, led by their head coach, has been working tirelessly to improve the team's culture and performance. They understand that every move counts, and that a single trade or signing can change everything. The energy around the team is palpable, and fans are rallying behind their beloved Browns, hoping that this offseason will bring the breakthrough they've been waiting for. And let's not forget the importance of the fanbase in all this. Browns fans are among the most passionate in the NFL, known for their unwavering loyalty despite decades of disappointment. This potential trade has sparked debates, hopes, and even some fears about the future. But one thing is certain, the love for the team runs deep. The history of the Browns is filled with moments of glory, heartbreak, and perseverance, and whatever happens next will add a new chapter to that story. Fans are already dreaming of making it back to the playoffs, of competing for a Super Bowl, and of finally bringing a championship home to Cleveland. So, as we wait for official news, because, let's be honest, nothing moves fast in the NFL until it's official, what do you think, Browns fans? Are you excited about the possibility of a new direction? Do you believe that trading Watson could be the move that finally pushes Cleveland over the edge? Or do you think they should hold tight and build around him? Your opinions are what make this community great, and I want to hear all your thoughts in the comments below. This is what makes the NFL offseason so thrilling. Every rumor, every speculation, every decision could be the one that changes everything. And Cleveland, with its rich history and passionate fans, is right at the center of it all. And now, Cleveland Browns fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Cleveland Browns. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Cleveland Browns news. Whether it's a trade, a draft pick, or a coaching change, we're here to keep you informed and engaged. The NFL offseason is a roller coaster, and Cleveland is right in the middle of all the action. Stay with us, Browns Nation, because the best is yet to come.